That's Kingsley on his way. It's Rowan Hand, continuing to be your host right through until 10:30 Irish time this morning. We greet you wherever you are in the world this morning as you tune into us or whatever you do on the computer, and you do so live as we broadcast to you across the planet. Francis Taylor from Carlingford is with me now. The organisation you represent is the tourism body for Carlingford, yes?
I'm the Cooley Peninsula Tourism Officer.
I keep getting titles wrong because I'm growing old and I
what
can't
does it
remember.
matter? What does it matter?
This is a woman who has the most blessed job in the universe, to be a tourism officer for the Cooley Peninsula and Carlingford. Amazing part of the world.
Oh, it makes my job so much easier.
Absolutely. How was the weekend walking festival?
Yeah, it was good. We had people out walking in that rain yesterday. I don't know, they left and it was like this. It was beautiful yesterday morning. And they got caught up in a lot of rain and they came back and they still felt so exhilarated. They were like, you know, they're very proud of themselves. The guides did a great job. The Crows Walking Club in Dundalk helped me with it. And it's just when you're walking on that landscape, I always say it, no matter what weather we have down there, it's just, you know, it can become mystical or it become beautiful or become, you know, just so the atmosphere gets you. It's magical.
Yeah.
Everybody says those mountains are magical.
I remember walking on the mountain up beyond the Slate Rock.
Yeah.
And once you pass the Slate Rock, you turn left at the Slate Rock and you're going on across up towards the saddle.
Yeah.
That's the way you're going. And I remember the mist was there. And I saw in the distance, in the mist, that I swore was a kind of in-hiding London double-decker bus. Now, there's no colours attached to it. There's just a bulk, this huge bulk. I said, geez, I've never seen the like of that in my life. It's an amazing scene. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And the closer and closer I got, this thing was still there. And then at the very last minute, it emerged from the mist as a huge boulder that was there. And the distance had magnified it and made it into something mystical.
I was going to ask you, what were you smoking before you went up there?
Totally mystical, you know. And there it was, you know, it was great. But then, you see,
these days we see the leprechauns up there. We don't see the buses, we see the leprechauns.
I want you to tell me about the leprechaun hunt that's coming. And is it not very, very cruel?
No. No, it's actually the opposite, Rowan.
Do you kill them?
No, the reason we hold the hunt, you're not hunting for real leprechauns. When people go up there, it's on the 30th of March, the day you put the clocks back.
Yeah.
That's every year, whatever day that is, that's the day we have the hunt.
Well, it's a sacred time. The putting of the clocks back is a sacred time for leprechauns.
Well,
because it's very much in their spiritual psyche to move in accordance with the flow of the pattern of the year.
That's it. They choose us. They communicate through the leprechaun whisperer, which is Kevin Woods. Yeah. And it was ourselves that got the special area protection. So we have them protected on the mountain under the EU directive, a Habitats directive.
No one can touch it.
No. So they live up there and they communicate through Kevin Woods down there. But we hold the leprechaun because the more people that believe in leprechauns, the more they will continue to exist. What has happened is we're left with 236 of them left. And the reason they've gone down to 230 is because people stopped believing in them. So, as you said, you know, people are coming back to the way the leprechauns live, the way they think, that, you know, going with the seasons, going with the spirit, all that. And that's what leprechauns are. Yeah. If you look back in our folklore and our heritage, they're spirits.
They're spirits. Go.
And they manifest themselves. To you, maybe in double-decker buses.
But most
people, they're wee green guys.
They did a trick to me there.
Yeah.
I said, in double-decker buses. They did that. They twisted my words. They are the most mischievous little devils ever on the planet Earth. Leprechauns. They are indeed. So it's been going on. After we have finished talking, I'm showing the folk a little story, a little video of leprechauns, and we hear more about them there. But I mean, when did you start actually taking this interest in them as an endangered species?
The first hunt was held 20 years ago, nearly 25 years ago, and obviously I wasn't involved in tourism then. But when I became involved in tourism, I always wondered about it. And one day in 2006, I went to Kevin Woods and asked him why we didn't hold the hunt. And he told me why, because he said, we were afraid of the leprechauns.
Yeah.
When that hunt was held 20 years ago, the place was overrun with people coming down trying to find them.
Too many?
So, they got scared, they went underground, and Kevin explained this to me. I said, well, what about if we do the hunt, we will open the place up for people to come.
Yes.
And they buy licenses on the day. They go up. We plant pretend leprechauns. We
Yeah.
put cash prizes on them all. And they can range from a tenner to 50 to 100. And there's 100 of them up there, and all the kids, thousands, come up and look for them. But it has been sightings of real leprechauns on the day. And that's what people are really looking for. They don't, but
Money, yeah.
Yeah, they won't really come for the money,
But
or
it's-
cash
yeah.
prizes. They come for the other thing. They come
It's
to see.
that kind of whisper. It's that kind of
Yep.
through the heather that you
That's
see,
right. That's
and you
right.
say, was that a wren, or was that a king? No, we're too far from a river for it to be a kingfisher, and it's gone. Will o' the wisp.
Yeah. Well, people, they'll say you have to have the gift. Hands
Yes.
up, I don't have the gift. I've never seen them. Never
Yeah.
seen them. But I'm happy enough just being able to work on their behalf and use them, I suppose,
Yeah.
in a way to bring the whole heritage back. I believe tourism is based in your heritage, whatever, in your history. We can all build big buildings and bright lights and have these wonderful TV shows and Big Brother things. But if you go back to your heritage every time, that is what people want. And when it touches your culture and your people. So it complements what I do. But I've become very interested in the wee guys.
Yeah.
And
Is it
they're-
true? Is it true they've got compatriots across the loch in Rostrevor at the Fairy Glen?
Yes.
Fairies,
There's tunnels all over Ireland.
and they're linked.
They have tunnelled all over Ireland from Sleefoy Mountain. Now, at the moment, there's a cavern open in Carneyford. You book to go into the cavern. The Leprechaun Whisperer will take you in, and there's 4 tunnels in it. And one of them leads to Rostrevor.
Yeah.
One
But
of them
I'm-
leads to Sleefoy.
My God, I'm told that no one has been brave enough yet to spend a night in the cavern.
Not an entire night, no. Not an entire night. Would you like? Will we invite you to do this?
That's a possibility.
And you could come back the next morning and tell us what happened.
I could,
Yeah, live.
live. This is a possibility.
Yeah. We could put a camera in with you, Rowan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
And
think this is
anybody,
a lovely
any
idea.
of your listeners, any of the audience that has the gift will see.
Yeah.
Will see.
And I do think I have the gift. I have this
Really?
feeling which is in my bones, and I feel that there would be a manifestation. Because when I went, it's not the same thing, but when I went to do a nationwide program about a haunting up in a castle in Fermanagh,
Yeah.
the table, I actually saw the table lift and rock 6 inches above the floor.
So you're in touch with the
I
spirit.
am, I
world.
think.
Yeah.
And I could actually conduct, well, I would need to negotiate with them first whether they wanted their voice to be made known to the world outside. And if they did, they would agree to maybe doing an interview. And maybe if all the runes were in the right place, if everything was right, we could have a scoop, an exclusive.
I think around the time of the hunt you should think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because
absolutely.
They'll be all on their brought to attention that day. They support us too. They support us as well. 1 or 2 of them will come out.
And they would know
Yeah.
we were only doing the right thing for them,
Well,
wouldn't
it's to
they?
keep them. It's to keep them alive. It's to
Yeah.
keep, the more people that believe in the leprechauns,
Yeah.
the more they will exist. And proceeds go to charity on that day as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen wee kids come down with their wee license
Ah, yeah.
that they paid their fiver for, and their wee leprechaun that there might be 20 euros on it, and they've said, "No, we just keep the leprechaun. You keep the money. Give it to
Yeah.
the sick children."
Wow.
Now, that's a child that does that.
That's
and that's the
gorgeous. Yeah.
nature of the day.
Aye. Aye.
That's the nature. It's all about the good stuff. It's all about a simple day out for the family.
You are all good, but you're also quite humorous as well, because at the time of the outbreak of the foot and mouth disease, I wakened up from my boat and I looked up the mountain that morning, and the sheep were all there still. There's hundreds of sheep. But when I looked a little bit closer, they were made out of hardboard, and painted white. These were painted sheep put in the mountain by an artist.
We miss them.
Oh, tell you.
We miss them.
They were so good to have.
And that was just a local guy that works with children with disabilities.
Yeah.
Children in Dublin. He's actually a first cousin of mine.
Yeah, great fellow.
And I had nothing to do with it, but he just took it on himself to do it. It was a
Fantastic.
wonderful thing. Because when you walked at that time, it was nearly, the silence was deafening.
Yeah.
There was you couldn't hear the sheep. Definitely.
it
But
all
thank
gone.
God they're all back up there now. And they're getting used to the landscape and everything. It's good again.
Many's the
Everything's
lovely
good
walk I
again.
had.
Yeah, it's beautiful for walks.
Me saying, hello, girls, how are you?
Yeah.
You
And we have
know.
many more walks, like loop walks, signposted walks since you were up there, Rowan, I'd
Good
say.
stuff.
Yeah, the walking.
I'm
And
told
then we have
Pages has changed beyond recognition. It's a series, there's bars in it, and there's a restaurant in it. Minnie's wee shop at the front is gone.
well, the counter's still there.
The counter's still there.
Counter's
That's not
still
so
there where
bad.
she leaned over. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
God love her and bless her.
I know.
A lot of
Great
our
place.
friends have gone.
Yeah, but sure. A lot of their markings are still there.
They are,
left
of course.
things behind
They are, of course.
that we all can remember, and that's
They
what
are.
it's about, isn't it?
Very, very much
It's not
so.
about us.
Well, we're going to play now. Tell the people once more about the Leprechaun. What date is it on?
The Leprechaun on is on the 30th of March.
30th of March.
Sunday, the day you put your clocks back.
Sunday, 30th of March, the end of
Yeah.
March.
You come and you buy your license. You won't be allowed on the mountain without a
Okay.
prospecting license. It's €6. And then you go, the pipe band will lead you through the village, thousands of you up to the mountain. We open the gates and everybody runs in and hunts for the leprechauns. Then you come down 2 hours later and you claim your prize, whether that's €10, €20.
You cash in your
€50.
chips.
You do, yeah.
That
you
would be
do,
it.
and you get to hold on to your leprechaun. And we said 236 leprechauns, but there's 15 in the book, 15 characters, and we have put them into production.
Yes.
So we have 15 little figures. Each of them have their own personality relating to their own job
Yes.
or their own characteristics in the book.
Yes.
So we have them as well, so you can come and see them for the first time, the last leprechauns of Ireland.
30th of March. What time?
1 o'clock. The
1
hunt
o'clock.
starts at 2, but be there by 1 to get
1
your
o'clock.
license.
And
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
We look
Well,
forward to
we'll
seeing
whet
you.
your appetite now, because we will bring you the story of the Carlingford Leprechaun, featuring Kevin Woods and PJ O'Hare. Enjoy.